Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamta Adi Leela. We are on chapter 25. Tad asma saram hridayam vatedam yat grahya maner harinamate yehe na vikriye tatha yada vikaro netre jalam gatra ruheshu harshahar. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. If one's heart does not change, tears do not flow from his eyes, his body does not shiver, and his bodily hairs do not stand on end as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it should be understood that his heart is as hard as iron. This is due to his offenses at the lotus feet of the Lord's holy name. Oh my God, what shall we do? Oh my heart, I don't cry, my body doesn't shiver. And then my heart is hard as iron. But what to do? Should I stop chanting? No, we continue chanting. Just continue chanting whether tears are coming or not coming. We continue chanting. It is a service given to us by Lord Chaitanya himself. By Srila Prabhupada is enforcing that instruction to us, reinforcing rather, because the original instruction is coming from Lord Chaitanya. He is the one who's giving us the Yuga Dharma, that chant the holy name. So we continue chanting. And then we chant, we attempt to chant offenseless, and we will come to the point of offenseless chanting. Whether we come to the point of offenseless chanting or no, we continue chanting and have the desire, my dear Krishna, please bring me back home, back to Godhead. Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, commenting on this verse, which is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 24, remarks that sometimes a Mahabhagata or a very advanced devotee does not manifest such transcendental symptoms as tears in the eyes, whereas sometimes a Kanishta Adhikari, a neophyte devotee, displays them artificially. This does not mean, however, that the neophyte is more advanced than the Mahabhagavad devotee. So someone may have just begun their Krishna consciousness, and they may have tears in their eyes while chanting. And whereas someone is a Mahabhagavad is Uttama Adhikari. Mahabhagavad is a Jivan Mukta. He's a liberated personality, pure devotee. So just because the pure devotee is not having tears in his eyes while chanting, then does it mean that he's become offensive? No, not at all. The test of the real change of heart that takes place when one chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is that one becomes detached from material enjoyment. So this is practically we can see. That's why, again, as we say, it's a science. You know, we can practically see it. We can practically experience it. Oh, I've started chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Is my material attachment reduced or no? Is my desire for material sense enjoyment reduced or no? You know? So we can try to introspect by ourselves. This is the real change. Bhakti hi paresha bhavo viraktir anyatra cha. Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 2, Text 42. If one is actually advancing in spiritual life, he must become very much detached from material enjoyment. If one is, so this is how we test who is a pure devotee. It's not just somebody who's chanting and crying, but what is he doing 24 hours a day? Where is his consciousness? What are his activities 24 hours a day? What is he talking about 24 hours a day? How is he acting 24 hours a day? If it is sometimes found that a Kanishta Adhikari neophyte devotee shows artificial tears in his eyes while chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but it is still completely attached to material things, his heart has not really changed. The change must be manifested in terms of one's real activities. So what am I doing? All the time. Okay, I'm chanting for some time, but after that, how attached am I? So Bhagavad, he may not be shedding tears, but he's completely attached to Krishna, 24 hours engaged in the service of Krishna. So he's a Bhagavad. Eka Krishna name kare sarva papanash premera karana bhakti karena prakash. So that's also to guard us, because we may see someone who's crying while chanting, and we may say, oh wow, this is a pure devotee. But we have to put our caution. There may be other reasons why this devotee is crying. Maybe they just got emotional. Maybe they just got sentimental. We have to consider everything. Simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offenses vanquishes all sinful activities. Thus, pure devotional service, which is the cause of love of Godhead, becomes manifest. So here, offenseless chanting brings liberation. Simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offenses vanquishes all sinful activities. So all the sinful activities are gone, means you're free from karma. Then, pure devotional service. Prema Bhakti, cause of love of Godhead, becomes manifest. One cannot be situated in the devotional service of the Lord unless one is free from sinful life. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 28. Yesham tva antagata papam jnananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dritavrataha. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are free from the duality of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Dridavrataha, a staunch determination, a staunch devotional service without deviation. The mind is completely fixed in devotional service to the Lord. So all the activities, the body, the mind, the words is engaged in service of the Lord. Krishna is saying this, persons who have acted piously. So piously, it doesn't mean the ordinary material piety. This is a spiritual piety, engaging in devotional service. Spiritual piety, because no material piety can bring us to Krishna. Yeah. A person who's already cleansed of all tinges of sinful life engages without deviation or duality of purpose in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So a person who's already cleansed of all tinges of sinful life engages without deviation or duality of purpose in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So this is that the devotee, his previous bad karma is already gone, already finished. And so he's come to this liberated platform. And then he's engaging in pure devotional service, completely understand, I'm servant of Krishna. In this age, although people are greatly sinful, simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can relieve them from these reactions of their sins. Simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can relieve them from the reactions of their sins. So if we want to get rid of sins, this is the fastest and the easiest way. Eka Krishna Name. Only by chanting Krishna's name is this possible. Now one may say, but I can go to some tirtha, I can do Ganga Snan and my sins will go away too. That's what the scriptures tell me. But yes, it's true. But what happens is, when we go and bathe in the Ganga, then we come out But because our heart is not yet changed, we will continue to engage in sinful activities because we didn't experience a change of heart. But what happens when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra? That not only our sinful reactions are taken away, but our desire to sin also goes away. The proclivity to sin goes away. So this is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 3, Text 51, Kirtanat eva Krishna sya mukta sangaha. Caitanya Mahaprabhu also taught us this. While passing on the road, he used to chant, Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Raksha. Krishna, 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 Pahima, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshama, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahima. If one always chants the holy name of Krishna, gradually one is freed from all reactions of sinful life, provided he chants offenselessly and does not commit more sinful activities on the strength of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. In this way, one is purified and his devotional service causes the arousal of his dormant love of God. So it's not that we should think that the holy name is like some bleach or some cleaner. Okay, I'm going to put some dirt there. And then it's okay, I'm just going to apply some holy name and clean it with that. And it's okay. Then again, I'll put some dirt there. And then again, I'll use the holy name as a spray and clean it up. That we continue to engage in sinful activities. And we are thinking, okay, I'm doing sinful activity, but I'm chanting Hare Krishna mantra, so all my pap will go away. No, but that's an offense. Holy name does not help us like that. So what we have to do is we have to try to chant offenselessly. Offenselessly. Then how to come to that platform? Chant more, chant louder. Try to hear ourselves when we are chanting. Try to chant offenselessly. Krishna will help. Krishna will help. In this way, one is purified and take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, by his mercy, we are chanting. Otherwise, who are we to chant Krishna's names? Who are we to even try to approach Krishna? But it's become easy for us by the mercy of Gaur Nitai. So taking their shelter, we can chant the holy name. In this way, one is purified and his devotional service causes the arousal of his dormant love of God. Devotional service causes the arousal of his dormant love of God. Love of God is there in each and everyone's heart. Each of us have it. We have simply forgotten it. How to revive it? Engage in devotional service. If one simply chants the Hare Krishna mantra and does not commit sinful activities and offenses, one's life is purified, and thus one comes to the fifth stage of perfection, or engagement in the loving service of the Lord, Prema Pumartho Maha. Serving the Lord, Prema Pumartho Mahan, that is the goal of human life, to develop our love of Godhead, to develop our love of Krishna. We make so many goals. We think, my goal is whatever. Each of us have different personal goals, but those goals may be all related to the body. But we have to understand that we are not the body, we are souls, part and parcel of Krishna. And our real goal is this, Prema Pumartho Mahan, to revive our love of Krishna. And how to easily do it? By hearing and chanting. We continue to hear and we continue to chant. Did you want to add anything or comment anything?
No, but it is just that how merciful that means. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is how merciful.
I know, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
merciful.
Yes, and that's how we read a few days earlier, that if we are logically minded, logicians, we should try to apply our logic to try and understand the compassion of Lord Chaitanya. Should try to understand how compassionate he is. Yes, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Caitanya Caritamta ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om